Welcome back to Getting Started into muzzleloading, inline muzzleloading for these kind of rifles right here. Well, not this specific, mostly 209 primer is what you're probably going to find. Or unless you're looking for traditional, how to hunt with flintlocks and stuff like that, go somewhere else. But this is, actually, this is going to lead into part 3. What you're going to need if you're going to be more, you don't want to carry around this all the time if you say you're going hunting or something, but this is just kind of the extra bits you're going to need. You're going to need a shooter's bag. I have a shooter's belt. I made it myself. Go ahead, laugh, I don't care. I made it myself. I have a place for my primers, powder, patches, balls, and my starter. And I can also, everything I need, and I can clip a couple lightning loaders on here, which I have already done a review on this channel. And by the way, all this is, my starter is an old bent-ish cleaning rod that I took in a shotgun adapter to. I sit it on top of the projectile and start pushing it down. That's all it is. But yeah, you're just going to need a shooting bag. Eventually, you'll probably start working on your own loads. Stop listening to everybody else. So you'll need, I just say go to Walmart, pick up a little 89-cent notebook. One of these poly composition notebook. Keep your pen, keep it in your little range bag. That has your extra powder and everything else. Omniman has a question, yes?
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure people think this is self-explanatory, but what is a notebook for?
You start off, you bought some of these, right? And you've been using these. You know what works with these, but when you go take out hunting and these don't work out real well, you won't take these to the range, which is going to cost you an arm and a leg. And you start at 50 grains, and you work up until you find the right load that works for you and your rifle, and you write down the load that you go to. Say you have one load, right? This is my YouTube composition notebook. I couldn't find my load book. It's somewhere. I put it down somewhere. It's blue. This one's red. That's how I keep them YouTube, everything else. It kind of. Say you get to 90 grains, it shoots the middle out of the target 3 times. Okay, but you want to see if maybe 100 grains is pushing it. So you write down your let load. That way you have references basically. You can say okay, and then you say you move to a target that 90 grains no longer does it for you. You kind of keep up with your range. How much powder, your weight of your projectile, what it is you're projecting. That way you know, okay, I'm going to go be hunting at 200 yards. I can go back to my notebook, okay, at 200 yards, these power belts suck, these sabots suck, round balls suck, but these Lee real bullets work. And that way you don't have to take a couple things out, you don't have to take more than what you need out hunting. Or showing off for your friends. You need something to contain your lube. I just made a can to hold your lube for your patches, because it seems like as soon as you put it on this, they clump together and all that stuff. Black Powder Maniac Shooter has one on his where he just uses vegetable oil and has it pre-rolled up. I have tried that. It's not for me, but it might work for you. Another extra you're going to have this, guys, especially if you're going to be casting your own ammo, which we'll talk about in just a second, is a caliper. If you need me to show you how to use a caliper, I will. I'm not the expert on it, but it's pretty much, you read the booklet, it's pretty much self-explanatory. It just basically tells you the diameter of your bore back here, and then you put your projectile and see if it matches with your casting. Or you bought some. I mean, see if your sabots are the right size. I mean, it's a handy tool. Now, say you want to carry multiple shots plus what's on your end. You can either carry a powder horn, a flash, which I do anyway, just to be honest, in case I run out. Round ball, get back where you're supposed to be. You want to run away. He does not want to be shot, apparently. You can carry this around in your shooting bag, and it takes up more spaces. Chances of going cling, cling, making noise, scaring away your game, increases. But it can be done. Oh, also, you're going to need a capper. I forgot to say that in the beginning video. Which most of these lightning loaders, which like I said I have a review on, already on my channel, is a good option. This is a 54 caliber one that I use to hold my primers when I'm out hunting. Because I can load when I'm using like these, or I'm going out to the range and I don't have to worry about noise. I'm in hunting, because I usually use these when I go hunting, because I usually don't need more than 3 or 4 shots. Matter of fact, this one actually needs to be on there. I think I took it off for some reason. Can't remember what it was. Switch out real quick. But this is for a 54 caliber. They've got I think it goes 58, 54, 50, and 45. I don't know if they have any smaller. Just look up Butler Creek lightning loaders and you should find more information than I probably did in the video. I haven't really been able to find a lot on the muzzle loading types. Now there's 22s and everything. Another option for carrying multiple shots is having a pouch making up a bunch of these paper cartridges, which I have a video already on the channel. It's probably 1, 2, 3 back, I think. It's called 18th century paper cartridges. And all you're going to need for that, for extra, is newspaper. Just some people might have to tweak it a little bit to fit their bore. That's fine. And also, say you're going to cast your own ammo like I did, because it's a cheaper option in the long run, because 20 of these is $20, guys, plus tax. This was $20 plus tax and shipping. Came out to about $29. $29, $28. It's close to there. After everything was introduced. Just show you what I have all stocked up for when we can go shooting again. Chronicles. And all the round ball. Hold on, I have this down here. Some of the round balls fell out, but this is just some of these, guys. So they fell out of their container. So these round balls for range or shooting make perfect little just plinking things because they're cheap. I mean, if you get the double cavity mode like I have, you can use the round ball as your practice one just to kind of, or target load, because it's, and then use the Lee real mold if it's the best, whichever one's not the best, but either one, these two are actually my best shooting loads. Today, I mean, that one looks a little big and oblong. I have to check that one myself. Sorry, but this is just basically it. So in other words, just having these right here beats already having the pricing of these, because I got my lead wheel weights for like, I got 41 pounds of it, for like 5 cents a pound. But I mean, this is just a brief overview, guys. If you want me to go more in depth I will. Sorry, I had to adjust. Now, in the next video, we're going to be showing what I use and my setup for, and how I set these up for my hunting. For hunting, this one's already set up, so we'll show these being loaded up in preparation to go hunting. In my hunting load that I use at 150 yards for these Lee real bullets. Okay? See you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.